So good evening and welcome back to Ego classes. I believe after 2 and 3 classes we have already devoted for the new joinees, and this is a completely brand new class for everybody. Okay, and we are here to learn spoken English. And whenever you want to speak English, so what are the hurdles? What are the problems? Or you can say, what are the issues that you are facing? The first issue is that something called structures. The second one is called location, and the third one is called vocab, and the fourth one is called something called practice. But out of which everything, if you take 4 parameters that you guys are not able to use it, vocabulary is very important, because you without vocabulary it's very difficult for you to speak English. If you don't know vocabulary, then it's very difficult for you to speak English. So vocabulary is utmost important, is very important. Without that, you cannot speak English. So today, I am going to tell more about how to improve your vocabulary, because this is the parameters that needs utmost attention from your side. If let me tell you a little bit in Oriya, because a lot of new people have joined. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବାର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ଅଛି vocabulary ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ utmost attention ଦବାର ଅଛି. Without that, very difficult. Today, I'm going to focus on very interesting vocab. Okay, what are the vocab? So before that, let me tell you how to describe silence. So today, let's learn some vocabulary related to silence. So before that, let's have a quiz session. So what's the difference between silence and silent? If you say silent versus silent, what's the difference, and how exactly you have been using these two words in your day-to-day life? Can anybody can tell me? A lot of people are there. What's the difference between silence and silent? Upon the question, the two words are there. One is called silence, other is called silent. Could you please tell me what's the difference between the two? Everybody? Mani ma'am, are you there? A lot of people are there, please. Shubham sir, Rakesh sir. What's the difference between silence and silent? You have been using for quite some time. Yogeshwar sir, Kamal sir, Tilochan sir, Rakesh sir, everybody. Upon silent and silent, yes, please. Your voice is not that much of audible, sir. Could you please repeat? Okay, once more.
Silent adverb.
Which one is adverb? There is nothing called adverb here. So what's the difference between silence and silent?
Sir, I think silent is adverb and silence is noun. I think.
Okay, this is not adverb. Let me tell you, this is called adjective. Okay, this is called adjective, and this is something called noun. And whenever you want to use silence, always use the word called keep silent. Keep or maintain silence. This is the collocation. Okay. Suppose if I say, guys, it's time for us to start the session, I request everybody to keep silence or maintain silence. Okay. This is the word you can use. Okay. And what is the second one is called silent. That is called be silent. Okay. So these are the two words you can use. Apart from that, also you say, don't make noise. Then another word you say, don't make noise. That means be silent. Don't make noise. This is the third one, you can use it. And the fourth one is called something called be quiet. Any other expression or any other like sentences you guys are using to express silence? এই চাରିটা sentence ଛାଡ଼ିଦେଲେ ଆପଣ ଆଉ କିଛି extra sentence use କରୁଛନ୍ତି କି? Everybody. KP sir, Archana ma'am, everybody, Tilochan sir. So you know that whenever you want to tell somebody to be silent, you say be quiet, don't make noise, be silent. keep or maintain silence. These are the four different known, I mean, expressions. You can call it expressions or normal sentences that you have been using for quite some time. ଆପଣ ଏଟାକୁ ୟୁଜ କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ୟାକୁ ଛାଡିଦେଲେ ଆପଣ ଆଉ କିଛି ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ୱାର୍ଡ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି କି ସାଇଲେନ୍ସ କୁ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ରେସ କରିବା ପାଇଁ? Everybody?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Okay, fine. So let me tell you. So these are called very common English words and we call it the basic thing. We don't require these things. I am going to give you four different expressions that you can use to express just like a native speaker. You want to speak English fluently. You want to speak English spontaneously. You want to speak English confidently. And you want to speak English naturally. And these are the words that you have been using for quite some time. So what do I call? Silent, silence, please. All the things. This is called broken English. And you are not using correctly. In a different setup, whenever you're trying to speak English just like a speaker. In an environment, suppose you want to speak just like a professional. These are not professional English. Very ordinary English. Upon the everybody is using a quiet room, be quiet, be quiet. Even in the fourth standard students are using like this. Right? So these are not the words that you have been using. Today, I want to give you four different expressions that you can use to improve your communication skill or to express silence. The first one, listen carefully. The first one is called keep mom. Keep mom. I'll explain everything, don't worry. The first one is called keep mom. Okay. The second one is called hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. Okay. Hold your tongue. The third one is called bite your tongue. And the fourth one is called watch your mouth. Okay. So these are the four different expressions what you have written. Keep mom, hold your tongue, bite your tongue, watch your mouth. I'll tell you how exactly you are going to use it in different situations. Ko situation aji hame SBL technique apply kariba. SBL stand for situation based learning. Ko situation re ଆପଣ ଏଇ ଚାରିଟାକୁ word use କରିବେ ମାନେ expression use କରିବେ I am going to tell you. And don't use these words. These are very basic things. Look, keep or maintain silence. Be silent. Silence, please. These are called broken English. Sometimes it doesn't have a particular meaning. But the moment you are trying to use these words, keep mom, hold your tongue, bite your tongue, and watch your mouth. A charita expression, use I am going to give you. And apart from that, I'm going to give you another 5 branded new something called or brand new vocabs that you can use for silence. Okay. So let's learn something called keep mom. Okay. So ये जो जिनिसटा आपण एबे यूज करछन silent, 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 don't make noise, be quiet, all the things. These are called very ordinary English, man. Absolutely ordinary English. And I don't, as a professional speaker, you are not supposed to use this one. This is very ordinary. People are using that. So upon out what's the difference? What is the specialty? How can you use it just like in a professional environment? Upon a professional, suppose you want to crack the UPSC, or you are a teacher by profession, you become selected in a different category of government job, or you are a high ranking private employee. So whenever you are trying to speak English, it should tell something about you. You are trying to create an impression. So ये word order अपन use करके अपन impression create करी परिबेनी. It is impossible to create impression among others whenever you are trying to speak. You have to step up your game. You have to be a standout speaker. So if you are trying to use these 4 different expressions, then you become something called a standout performer, or a standout speaker. Okay. So let's learn something called keep mom. Okay. So I'll tell you where and how you can use keep mom. अपन जो keep mom word टा कोठे व्यवहार करिवे. Okay. The first one I am trying to explain it. Something called keep mom. This is called keep mom. Okay. So keep mom is used in general circumstances. Try to understand what I'm writing. General circumstances. Okay. It is very general circumstances. I'm going to erase it because I want to write it for you here. Okay. The first one is called keep mom. Okay. So what is keep mom? It is used for general circumstances. Suppose it's time for you to start the class. Upon man student, right? So upon ଭିତରେ କିଛି କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ଚାଲିଛି but we are organize a meeting. ତ ଗୋଟେ ମିଟିଂ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜ ହଉଛି ଆଉ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଟିକେ ପାଟିତୁଣ୍ଡ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଠି ତ ମୁଁ କେମିତି କହିବି ଟିକେ ଆପଣ ଚୁପ୍ ହେଇଯିବେ କି ରାଇଟ୍ ଯଦି ଓଡିଆରେ ମୁଁ କହିବି ଟିକେ ଚୁପ୍ ହେଇଯିବେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମ ମିଟିଂ ମାନେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା ସମୟ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ତେଣୁ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଟିକେ ନିରବତା ବଜାୟ ରଖନ୍ତୁ ତ କିପ୍ ମମ୍ ମିନ୍ସ ନିରବତା ବଜାୟ ରଖିବା that is keep silence. Okay, so you can say, guys, keep mom. It's time for us to start the session. So keep mom. It is used for general situation. It is not any particular. You can use it every time. Suppose, I am discussing something with Tillochon sir. His younger brother is trying to say something. Then sir, keep mom. It's just like a general situation you are trying to. ଏଇଟାକୁ ଆପଣ ଯେକୌଣସି ସିଚୁଏସନରେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିପାରିବେ that is something called keep mom. Okay, and the second one is called hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. So whenever I say hold your tongue, so hold your tongue means what exactly I want to tell you. Listen carefully. Whenever I say hold your tongue, that means you are forcing somebody to keep quiet. Okay, so that means you are forcing somebody, you are trying to force somebody to keep quiet. Do you understand what is the meaning of that? ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ situation ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦଉଛି. I am trying to give a situation. ଯୋଉ situation ରେ ଆପଣ କେମିତି ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବେ I am going to tell you. Suppose you want to say, ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ତ୍ରିଲୋଚନ ସାର୍ ଆଉ ମୋ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ଝଗଡା ହଉଛି ଆଉ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ କମଲ ସାର୍ is trying to mediate the issue. ସେ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ middle the affair ଆମ ଭିତରେ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହଉଛି he wants to sort it out. ତ ସେ ସେମିତି ମତେ କଣ କହିବେ ସାର୍ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ଚୁପ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ବି ଚୁପ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ like no he is trying to force us. Okay, ସେ ଆମକୁ ଫୋର୍ସ କରିବେ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଚୁପ ରହିଲେ ହିଁ କୌଣସି ଜିନିଷର ସମାଧାନ ବାହାରିବ. So this is something called hold your tongue. Don't try to say anything. Hold your tongue. That means you are trying to force somebody, you are forcing somebody to keep quiet. That happens every day with you. ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଏଇଟା ସବୁଦିନ ଘଟଣା ଘଟୁଛି. ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ପୁଅ ବା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଝିଅ ଆପଣ କିଛି କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଜବରଦସ୍ତ ପାଟି ବନ୍ଦ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ତୁ ଚୁପ ରୁହ କିଛି କହିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. Hold your tongue. Okay, that you have to say. So hold your tongue means it's just like you are forcing somebody not to say anything. That is something called keep quiet. Now this is clear to everybody, yes or no? The first and second one is clear to everybody, clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Everybody
Clear.
clear? Okay, the third one is called, okay, the third one is called bite your tongue. Bite your or my tongue. Whenever I say bite my tongue, that means the situation is like that. You are trying to force yourself to be silent. କିଛି ସିଚୁଏସନ ଅଛି ଆପଣ ଯେତେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି କହିବା ପାଇଁ ବଟ୍ ନିଜକୁ ସଂଯମତା ରକ୍ଷା କରି କିଛି କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି. ସପୋଜ ଏପି ସାର୍ ଇଜ ମାଇ ବସ୍. The boss is always right. ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି if you are working in any organization, the boss is always right. Whatever he say is always correct. Whatever others say, that something is wrong. Suppose boss ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କହିଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଠିକ ଲାଗିଲାନି କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଚୁପ ରୁହନ୍ତି. So that is something called I have to bite my tongue or I had to bite my tongue in the meeting. I am supposed to say a lot of things, but I had to bite my tongue. That means you are forcing yourself. You are forcing yourself to be silent. Okay. Yourself to be silent. So there are certain situation in your life that you force yourself. It is just like a self-imposed silence. It is called self-imposed silence. ଆପଣ ଅନେକ ସମୟରେ ମାନେ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ତ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଥାନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ରହିଯାଆନ୍ତି ସିଚୁଏସନକୁ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରନ୍ତି ନାଇଁ କହିଲେ ଠିକ ହବନି ତ ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତିନି ମୁଁ କହିବାକୁ ବହୁତ କଥା ଚାହୁଁଥିଲି ବଟ୍ କହିଲିନି ତ ଆପଣ କେମିତି କହିବେ I wanted to say a lot of things but I did not say. No, this is not correct English. You say I had to bite my tongue. Example, you have to say like this: I had to bite my tongue. Okay, I have to bite my tongue. So what do you mean by that? That means you are forced to keep yourself in a cool position. You don't want to. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ suppose you are in meeting, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣେ ଗାଳି କରୁଛି ବା ଆପଣ ବସ୍ ଗାଳି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଇଚ୍ଛା ନାହିଁ ବସ୍କୁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ବଟ୍ ବସ୍ ଯେହେତୁ ବସ୍ ମେ ବି she can do anything with her employment ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆପଣ ଚୁପ୍ ରହିଯାଆନ୍ତି ତ ଆପଣ କଲିଗକୁ କେମିତି କହନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡକୁ ଅଫିସରେ କହନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଆଜି ବହୁତ କିଛି କହିଥିଲି କହିବା ପାଇଁ ବଟ୍ ଆଜି ଚୁପ୍ ରହିଗଲି କୁହନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ରାଇଟ୍ let me first take a new job, then I'll tell that guy. So that is something called bite your tongue. Okay, I had to bite my tongue. That means you wanted to say a lot of things, but you keep silent or you become silent because you know the situation is not conducive for you to say something. It is going to create a problem for you. So that's why that is called bite your tongue. So first called keep mum. That is you can use for any general situation. कोई भी जनरल सिचुएशन एनी काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन दैट इज कॉल्ड बी क्वाइट ଆପଣ ଏମିତି କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଟିକେ ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଇଯିବେ କି ଆଇ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ ଏଭରିବଡି ଟୁ କିପ୍ ମମ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଅଲ୍ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ କେତେ ବଢିଆ ୱାର୍ଡ ବି କ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ବି ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ କିପ୍ କ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ଲୁକ୍ ଦିସ୍ ଆର୍ ଭେରି ଅର୍ଡିନାରୀ ଇଂଲିଶ ତ ଆପଣ ଏଗୁଡାକ ପ୍ରଫେସନାଲ ଇଂଲିଶ ନୁହେଁ ତ ଆପଣ ଯଦି ମତେ ପଚାରିବେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଏଭରିବଡି ଦୋ ଯୋଉ ମୁଁ ମାନିନୀ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ତ୍ରିଲୋଚନ ସାର୍ କେପି ସାର୍ ଅର୍ଚ୍ଚନା ମ୍ୟାମ୍ କମଲ ସାର୍ ଆଦି ସାର୍ ଲଟ୍ ଅଫ୍ ପିପଲ୍ ଆର୍ ଦେୟାର ଯଦି ଆପଣ ପଚାରିବେ sir silence be silent keep silent maintain silence keep quiet এটা କଣ wrong it's not wrong this is called ordinary English this is never professional English professional English ନୁହେଁ ଆଉ ଆପଣ professional English ଶିଖିବା ପାଇଁ ଏଠିକି ଆସିଛନ୍ତି not for learning ordinary English so these are the expression you can use to express something called silence suppose ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ହଉଛନ୍ତି you are my respected learners ତ ଆପଣ ମତେ ଟ୍ରଷ୍ଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଏବେ ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବା ସେସନଟାକୁ ତ ମୁଁ କହିପାରିବିନି ଗାଇସ୍ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ଟୁ ହୋଲ୍ଡ ୟୋର ଟଙ୍ଗ नो ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ବାଧ୍ୟ କରିବିନି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ କରିବି ଜଷ୍ଟ ଲାଇକ୍ ଏ ରିକ୍ୱେଷ୍ଟ can I have your attention everybody please keep mom because I am going to start the session keep mom means that is be silent ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଇଯାଆନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ମିଟିଂ ହଉ କିମ୍ବା କୌଣସି ସଭା ସମିତିରେ ହଉ ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର like no I want to everybody we are going to start the session the speaker has already come so can I have an attention please everybody please keep mom ମାନେ be quiet ମାନେ ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଇଯାଆନ୍ତୁ that very normal situation hold your tongue I am forcing you to stop yourself ଆପଣ ରାଗି କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ତୁ ଚୁପ ରୁହ ଆପଣ be quiet just be silent no that is called ordinary English for each and everything you cannot use say ଗୋଟେ word ଟାକୁ be silent be quiet you cannot use for everybody for every situation this is the second situation you are forcing me suppose ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ତ୍ରିଲୋଚନ ସାର୍ ଆଉ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ ହଉଛି ଆଉ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ କମଲ ସାର୍ ଆସିକି ମିଡିଏଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆଚ୍ଛା ତ୍ରିଲୋଚନ ବାବୁ ଆପଣ ଚୁପ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ ତ୍ରିଲୋଚନ ବାବୁ ପ୍ଲିଜ ହୋଲ୍ଡ ୟୋର ମାଉଥ ସରି ହୋଲ୍ଡ ୟୋର ଟଙ୍ଗ ପ୍ରସନ୍ନ ସାର୍ also hold your tongue let's discuss the matter don't shout like that so hold your tongue means he is forcing me or you are forcing me to keep quiet somebody is forcing us and bite your tongue or bite my tongue means that means I am forcing myself to be quiet situation like that ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି there are a lot of situation in your life that you are supposed to be silent for example ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ ଗୋଟେ ଝଗଡା ହଉଛି those who are basically ଆମେ କଣ କହିବା those who are ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଘରେ କୁଳବଧୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି so they normally bite the tongue we can say because ସେମାନେ କିଛି କହିପାରନ୍ତିନି and suppose ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଅଫିସିଆଲ ସିଚୁଏସନ ରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ବସ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗାଳି ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଠିକ ଅଛନ୍ତି you are right but sometimes boss is trying to just trying to instigate you but sometimes you remain silent you don't say anything okay sir I'll do that okay sir. This is not your problem but still you have to bite your tongue that means you are forcing yourself to be silent Because if you're trying to say something, job will be in trouble. So in most of the situation, you are trying to be in a very, sometimes there is a drunkard guy, you're trying to scold you, but you are keeping mom. Why? Because he's a drunkard guy, this fellow doesn't have a sense, he can go to any extent, and you are a civilized guy. So how can you go to that level? So sometimes you keep mum. So that is called look. That guy was telling a lot of things to me. I have to bite my tongue. That means I have to remain silent in that particular situation. I force myself. ଆପଣ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲେ କହିବା ପାଇଁ but ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି, you are forcing yourself to be silent. ସେଇଟା କେତେ କଷ୍ଟ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି. This is just equivalently bite your tongue. I had to bite my tongue. Yeah, look, this was scolding hell like many things. A lot of people are there, but I had to bite my tongue. ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିନେଲି। ତ ଆପଣ କହିବେନି I had controlled myself. No, that's the wrong English. ଆପଣ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଯାହା କହୁଛନ୍ତି ତାକୁ ଯଦି equivalently English କରିବେ, this is completely no sense at all. You have to say I have to bite my tongue. I had to bite my tongue last night. There was a fast battle between me and that guy, but I had to bite my tongue. Okay, this is the third thing. And the fourth thing is very interesting. That is called watch your mouth. Do you know what is the meaning? Most of the time, whenever you find a person who is scolding you, who is castigating you hell like anything, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେ ଗାଳି ଦଉଛି, ତ ଆପଣ ଯଦି ସଭ୍ୟ ଶିକ୍ଷିତ ହେଇଥିବେ କଣ କୁହନ୍ତି, ଏ ଚୁପ୍ ରହ, ବହୁତ କଥା କହୁଛୁ, ତ ଚୁପ୍ ରହିବା ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ ତାଗିଦ କରନ୍ତି. This is called watch your mouth. Hey, watch your mouth. You have spoken a lot. You are trying to, crossing my limit. I can go to any extent. So watch your mouth. So watch your mouth means you are trying to give a warning sign to the opposite party. जोटा आपण रागी कहउथे चुप रो, बहुत कथाबार्ता करतो लाइक that आपण रागी कहंती. So that is called watch your mouth. Okay, so you can say this is a warning sign or warning expression. It is a warning expression to the opposite party. So these are the four different situations that you can use whenever you want somebody to be silent. ଆପଣ ସବୁ ସମୟରେ be silent ହୁଅନ୍ତୁନି. Be silent, silent please. ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ ଆମର ସମସ୍ତ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପିଲା silent please ତା meaning କଣ କିଛି ନାହିଁ. It's a wrong, completely wrong expression. Be silent ठीक ହେଇପାରେ, but ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ କୁହନ୍ତି silence please ମାନେ କଣ? What is the meaning? ଆମେ କହୁଛେ silence ମାନେ ନିରବତା, ଆଉ please ମାନେ ଦୟାକରି ନିରବତା ରକ୍ଷା କରନ୍ତୁ, silence please. ବହୁ ଜାଗାରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି, but it is a wrong expression, my friends. It doesn't have a meaning at all. This is a broken English, completely broken English. And if you're trying to say in a very multinational company, people are going to laugh at you. Hey, what kind of English? Our great English is trying to speak. And that's why sometimes you don't know you're trying to copy somebody. Suppose autonomous higher official. तो से मनकर कहला ए साइलेंस प्लीज मु सुनली, तो सेटा मु सुनी की कहली, तो मो अंडर अछंती त्रिलोचन सर से भी सुनले सेटा, तो सुनी हमें खाली मन रखिते, बट व्हाट इज द वेरासिटी, व्हाट इज द टेंस एंड टाइप फॉर्म, व्हाट इज वेदर इट इज करेक्ट और रॉन्ग, वी डोंट नो. हमें समझते कहते आउट ऑफ टाउन, माय बॉस इज आउट ऑफ टाउन, बट डू यू नो दैट देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड आउट ऑफ टाउन. सॉरी, देयर इज नो आउट ऑफ स्टेशन, दैट इज कॉल्ड आउट ऑफ टाउन. हमें समझते कहते आउट ऑफ स्टेशन, दैट्स द रॉन्ग एक्सप्रेशन, that is called out of town. Exactly. So whenever you are trying to use, I have given you four different situations. आपण निजे देखंतु चारिटा situation create कले. आउ थरे कहूची मु, some things called keep mum. It is used for any general circumstances. आपण काहु कोंदो, okay, brother and sister, please keep quiet. ଦୟାକରି ଟିକେ ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଇଯାନ୍ତୁ, ଆମେ ସଭା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବା, ବା ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ଶାନ୍ତ ରୁହନ୍ତୁ, ଆପଣ କୋଉ ଅପିଲ କରୁଛନ୍ତି. So whenever trying to appeal somebody, you can say, guys, could you please keep mom? Suppose ମୁଁ ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କୁ କହିବି, I cannot order you because you are just like my brother and sister. How can I order you? We are in the same age. So can I say, please hold your tongue? No, this is a very rude way to, instruct anybody. So I cannot say like that. I can say, could you please keep mom? It's just like, please be silent. Okay? Hold your tongue. That means somebody is trying to force me to do something. Suppose somebody, hold your tongue. I am trying to sort out the matter. For example, ମୋ ବାବା ଅଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ପାଟି କରୁଛି, ମୋ ବାବା କଣ କହିବେ, ତୁ ଚୁପ ରହ, ମୁଁ ଆସିଗଲି ନା, ମୁଁ sort out କରିବି. Hold your tongue. I am here right now. I am going to sort out the issue. Okay. So bite your tongue. That means you are trying to force yourself. ତ ଆପଣ ସେଇ ସିଚୁଏସନରେ ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ଚୁପ୍ ରହିଯାଆନ୍ତି. ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତି ସିଚୁଏସନ ଖରାପ ହେଇଯିବ, ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆପଣ ଚୁପ୍ ରହିକି ଘରକୁ ଆସନ୍ତି ବା ସେ ଜାଗା ଛାଡିକି ପଳେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତି. I had to bite my tongue. My blood was boiling. My blood was boiling. I want to kill that guy. But still I had to bite my tongue for the reputation of my family. I did not tell anything. Like that you are shouting. କାହାକୁ କୁହନ୍ତି ଯେ ମୁଁ, ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ସଂଯମ କଲି, ମୁଁ ବହୁତ କିଛି କହିଥାନ୍ତି, କହିଲି ନାହିଁ. ତ ସେଇଟାକୁ ଆପଣ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ କରି କହିପାରିବେନି that I had to tell a lot of things but I did not speak. No, this is called natural English. এটা natural English ହେଲାନି. ଆପଣ କେମିତି କହିବେ I had to bite my tongue? ତାମାନେ ମୁଁ ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ବହୁତ ସଂଯତ କଲି, ମୁଁ ବହୁତ କିଛି କହିଥାନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ କହିଲିନି. This is called right English. I had to bite my tongue. And the fourth one is called watch your mouth. ଯଦି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଜଣେ ଜଣେ foul language use କରୁଛି, କିଛି ଅଶାଳୀନ ଭାଷା ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ କହୁଛେ foul language that use କରୁଛି, ତ ଆପଣ କେମିତି କୁହନ୍ତି ଏ ଚୁପ ରହ, like that ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଏମିତି ଧମକାନ୍ତି. So that is called watch your mouth. Don't try to cross your limit. Watch your mouth. So this is something called watch your mouth. That means it is a warning expression. It is a warning expression to oppose to the opposing party, to opposite party. There is the opposite party who is trying to argue with you, or you are trying to use blame you, is trying to use some bad words of foul language. So that time you are trying to watch your mouth. ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ୱାର୍ଡ ଟା କହନ୍ତି ମୁହଁ ସଂଯତ ରଖି କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କର, ତାର actual English ହଉଛି watch your mouth. So these are the four different expressions you can use in different situations. Now this is clear to everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes,
sir.
Archana ma'am, Rajesh sir, Kamal sir, Aditya sir, everybody. ଆପଣ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଛନ୍ତି? Are you getting my point? Clear? Shubham sir, Rajesh sir, clear? Clear to everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
କିଛି doubt ଯଦି
Yes,
okay, if it is clear, then I am going to take you the next level. Manini ma'am ବୁଝି ପାଇଲେ? Archana ma'am, I am unable to get any response from you. Archana ma'am, ଆପଣ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଛନ୍ତି?
Got it, sir.
Okay, clear. So what is more important, ଯଦି ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ବୁଝିଗଲେ, if you really understood the four things, look, they are four different. ଆପଣ କାଲିଠାରୁ starting from today, don't say keep quiet or be silent. No, keep mum. Keep mum. ଆଉ ଜଣକୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଭାଇ ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ ପାଟି କରୁ, ଆପଣ ତାକୁ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? ତୁ ଚୁପ ରହ, ମୁଁ ସେ କଥା ବୁଝୁଛି. Yes, hold your tongue. I am here. I am going to sort out the issue. ଏଇଟା ନିଜକୁ ନିଜେ ସଂଯତ କଲା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ନା, I had to bite my tongue last night. The first battle with that idiot guy, but still I had to hold my tongue. I have to bite my tongue. Okay, and this is called you are trying to give a warning sign to anybody. Suppose ଗୋଟେ street ରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ କାହାକୁ road ରେ fighting ହେଇଯାଉଛି, କାହା ସହିତ ଆପଣ କିଏ ଅଶାଳୀନ ଭାଷା use କରିଦଉଛି, ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଏ ଚୁପ ରୁହ, ବହୁତ କିଛି କହିଲୁ, ମୁହଁ ସମ୍ଭାଳି କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କର. ଏଇ ଯୋଉ word ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ we have a very special expression that is called watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, like that. That's only expression. So ଆପଣ କହିବେ sir ସେ ବୁଝିବା ଦରକାର, forget about him. You are trying to use it the right way. Forget about what others are speaking. These are the four different expressions you can use in your day-to-day life. Okay. So right now, let me tell you how many types of silence are there. ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ silence କୁ କେମିତି express କରିବେ? You are trying to express your silence. So types of silence ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ଆପଣ କିଛି ବୁଝିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ନା, ମୁଁ ବୁଝେଇ ଦଉଛି. Let me give some examples. ତ ଆପଣ ବୁଝିପାରିବେ ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ what exactly I want to tell you. Okay. So that is something called types of silence. These words are very important for everybody. Those who are trying to appear in exam or you're from the spoken English, these are very important. So what is something called types of silence? ଆପଣ କହିବେ silence ତାର କଣ? Types କଣ ତାର? ଆଚ୍ଛା ମୁଁ କହିଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ. ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଉଟା example ଦଉଛି ଆପଣ ବୁଝିପାରିବେ. Suppose ଆଜି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମନ ଦୁଃଖ ଅଛି. ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ exam ବାହାରିଛି, exam result ବାହାରିଛି, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପୁଅ ଝିଅ ବା ଆପଣଙ୍କର କିଛି ଗୋଟେ exam ବାହାରିଛି, exam result ଆସିଛି, ତ ଆପଣ ଭଲ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି, ତ ଆପଣ ମନ ଖରାପ ହୁଏ, ତ ଆପଣ ଗୁମସୁମ ରୁହନ୍ତି, ଚୁପ ରୁହନ୍ତି. ତ ସେଇଟା ଯୋଉ ସାଇଲେନ୍ସ, ସେ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର ସାଇଲେନ୍ସ, ତାକୁ କଣ କହିବା ଇଂଲିଶରେ? that's very important, right? ଆପଣ ରାଗି ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, ଦେଖିବେ ପୁରା ଗୁମସୁମ ହେଇକି ରହୁଛନ୍ତି, କାହା ସହିତ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ନାହାନ୍ତି, ସେଇଟା କି ସାଇଲେନ୍ସ? how to express that things? ଆଉ କିଛି କିଛି ଜାଗାରେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ ପୁରା ଭୟରେ ଆପଣ କିଛି କହିପାରିବେନି, like you have a kid, you are trying to beat him or beat her, ସେ ଭୟରେ ଆଉ କିଛି କହିପାରିବନି. those were teachers. ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲା ବା ଆପଣ ବସ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିବେ, sometimes you are not able to answer that, so that is silence out of fear. तो ताकू को इंग्लिश केमती ताकू व्यवहार करिया तो दीज आर कॉल्ड टाइप्स ऑफ साइलेंस मु आपन को पांचटा I want to give you 5 different words that you can use for different silence हमर अनेक गुडे साइलेंस ताकू किंते डिस्क्राइब करिया देखंतु फॉर एग्जांपल आपण देखिते फ्यूनरल जोटा हमें कहूचे अबदाह समय तो समस्त आपण पुरी स्वर्गद्वार हो बा आपनकर के जदी लाइक नो रिलेटिव्स चली जाइथिबे आपण जाइथिबे सेठी समस्त को पार्टीतुन करंती समस्त चुपचाप रहन राइट so that is also sadness you are supposed to maintain silence at the funeral site so that is also silence आपण का पर रागी जाइछंती गुमसुम रहन आपण डिसाइड करछंती से जहा कहले मु आपण माने पर्पसफुली का सहित कथार्ता होनांती से कहूथि आपण न सुनला भलिया रह जाउथि so that is called the silence so there are 5 kind of silence or 5 types of silence I want to give you so first one please follow me on the board one is called there is something called you know let me called sober silence these are very important okay sober silence look sober is a if you want to tell what is sober is a different word sober means who doesn't drink at all drink liquor जदि आपण लाइक किछि लाइक नो लिक्विर ऑल द काइंड ऑफ जोडा आपण मद कहउछंती गोटे लोक जदि मद पिउनी ताको हमें कहउछे सोबर देयर इज अ ड्रंकार्ड फेलो आपण कहउछंती ड्रंकार्ड इज अ ड्रंकार्ड फेलो बा मधु हमें जाउ कहउछंती मधुआ को हमें इंग्लिश रे कहउछंती ड्रंकार्ड ऑपोजिट इज सोबर suppose I don't drink any liquor at all in my life I am a sober guy suppose I can say Tilochan Shah is a sober guy KP Sir is a sober guy Rajesh Sir is sober so sober means who doesn't drink in his life तो आपण भी कहि परिबे suppose hey let's have something no yaar I am sober I am sober so sober means that means you don't drink at all not drink water but liquid okay any kind of intoxicated liquid that is called sober okay so but sober silence means not the same meaning sober silence means this is silence out of sadness so whenever you are unhappy sad you are sad and unhappy so sometimes you maintain silence so that is called sober silence you can say there is a sober silence in the village देखिबे जो समय लाइक नो गोटे फ्यूनरल होची बा कोन छोटे दुखद हो जाई देखिए समस्त चुप किना बसबी तो सेही दुखटा कोन दुख समय सब चुप थांती आपण निजे कथा कोंतु ना सपोज समटाइम्स यू आर अनहैप्पी यू डोंट वांट टू मिंगल विथ एवरीबॉडी आपण माने गुमसुमे घरे थांती बा आपण बाबांग सहित स्वामींग सहित स्त्रींग सहित बा भाईंग सहित का झगड़ा हो जाउची आपण कोन करंती पूरा गुमसुमे की गोटे जगह रे बसंती सो दैट इज कॉल्ड सोबर साइलेंस व्हाट हैपेंस यार why you maintaining sober silence so sober silence means silence out of sadness out of unhappiness you are not happy you are sad sometimes you are not happy with yourself you are not happy with the situation and for that you have to use so silence is called sober silence now this is clear to everybody clear yes clear
Yes. Yes.
okay the second one is called dumb silence this is quite common आपण कोडी यूज करंती आपण को विषय एटा मु जाननी सब जगह यूज करंती आपण गोटे पर्पसफुली फॉर एग्जांपल मु केपी सर मु डाकिबी गोटे काम करिया पे बट केपी सर मो कथा जानी के सुनुना ही बिकम्स अ डम माने से सुनुथिबे किंतु न जानला भलिया रहउथि एमती होती आपण लाइफ रे आछि so that is called dumb silence that means you are listening but you don't want to reply you choose not to reply because you want to frustrate that guy or you want to tease that guy ताको रगे पई आपण किछ कहउना फॉर एग्जांपल आपण भाबंतु राजेश सर एंड माई सेल्फ बा मोर तांको से गोटे झगड़ा ही जाई एंड ही इज माय क्लासमेट और ही इज माय बैचमेट तो मते सर डाकुछन मु न जानला भलिया किछ कहउनी एमती होउनी आपण लाइफ रे तो होउची से साइलेंट रहउची तो आपण कोन को ए कोन किछ कहउनु कोन आपण एमती पचाउछंती so you can say why are you maintaining dumb silence why do this dumb silence you can tell me if you don't want to talk to me tell me don't talk to me but you are maintaining dumb silence and this is not good for our friendship आपण देखिथिबे घरे हो आपण को का बाहर गोटे झगड़ा ही गले से गोटे पचार थियो आपण आंसर दियंत एटा लाइफ रे होची आपण को विचार मो लाइफ रे हो ना होची आपण लाइफ न लाइफ का लाइफ रे होची आपण देखिथिबे so this is called dumb silence so this is silence that the silence to tease somebody. Tease mane buchhan to rogeva. Okay, teasing is just like tease somebody. You are trying to tease somebody, that is called dumb silence, right? And the third one is called baffled silence. This is the silence. You are out of confused. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କିଛି like Kerala. I was there for 4 years in Kerala, working for IT company. ତ ମୁଁ କେରଲା ଭାଷା କିଛି ଜାଣିଛି ବା ମୁଁ କିଛି ଚାଇନିଜ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ଜାଣିଛି, ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଚାଇନିଜରେ କିଛି କହିବି, ଆପଣ କିଛି ବୁଝିପାରିବେନି. You don't understand anything. So you will looking at me, hey, what this guy? Sometimes you are confused. ତ ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ ଯୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଆପଣ କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ ହେଇଯାନ୍ତି ସେ ସମୟରେ ଆପଣ ଷ୍ଟପ୍ ହେଇଯାନ୍ତି. You don't want to react because you don't understand. So that is called baffled silence. Baffled means it is something called you are highly, what do you call it? You are surprised. You are adjust. You are something called, don't understand what's the situation around you. So that is called baffled silence. Silence out of confusion. Okay. This is silence out of confusion. And the fourth one, that's very interesting. That is called, there is certain silence happens whenever you are afraid. ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଡରି ଯାଇଥିବେ ଆପଣ କହିପାରିବେନି. ଦେଖିବେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଛୁଆଟେ ଡରି ଯାଇଛି, ସେ କିଛି କହିପାରୁନି. ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଥିବେ that happens most of the time. But teacher, ଆପଣ if a teacher you are trying to beat a guy, ସେ ଡରିକି ଆଉ କିଛି କହିପାରୁନଥିବ, ଆରେ କୁହ ନା ସେ ଡରିକି କହିପାରୁନି, ତ ସେ ଡରି ଯିବା ପରେ ତା ପାଟିଟା ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇଯାଇଛି. So that is something called eric silence. Okay, this is called eric silence. That means silence out of fear. Okay. This is called silence out of fear. And the fifth one is very interesting. Okay. The fifth one going to write it because the left space is here. So sometimes ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, you all are my students. ତ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ question ପଚାରୁଛି, ତ ଆପଣ କେହି ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି, ତ ଆପଣ ପାର୍ଟି କରିବେ କି? So sometimes you are not small kid. So sometimes you remain silent. So that is something called a deafening silence. That is called a deafening silence. That means silence as you don't know how to answer it. Silence as you don't know how to reply. ଆପଣ କେମିତି ରିପ୍ଲାଏ ଦେବା ସେ କଥା ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି. these are the 5 types of silence that happens in your life. କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ସବୁ ସମୟରେ be quiet, hey why you are quiet, why you be quiet. ଆପଣ ଠିକ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ହେଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଠିକ ୱାର୍ଡ ଟା ଲଗେଇବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିବ. and this is something called learning vocabulary. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ସାଧାରଣତଃ quiet ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ୱାର୍ଡ ଜାଣିଦେଲେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସାଇଲେନ୍ସ ଟାକୁ କେମିତି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମେ ୟୁଜ କରିବା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିନଥିଲେ. So I have given you 4 expression. One is called keep mum, hold your tongue, bite your tongue, watch your mouth. 4 expression and 5 different words. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ something called sober silence, silence out of sadness. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ଦୁଃଖ ଥାନ୍ତି ତ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇଯାନ୍ତି. That is called sober silence. So there is sober silence there. What do you mean by that? That means you don't want to answer. ଆପଣ ଦୁଃଖ ସମୟରେ କିଛି କୁହନ୍ତି କାହାକୁ ନାଇଁ, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିଲେ ଆପଣ ଶାନ୍ତ ହେଇକି ରହିଥାନ୍ତି. So that is called sober silence. Dumb silence, silence to teach somebody. ଆପଣ ଜାଣି ଶୁଣିକି ଆନ୍ସର ଦିଅନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ଶୁଣୁଥିବେ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଆନ୍ସର ଦିଅନ୍ତିନି, ଇଗ୍ନୋର କରନ୍ତି, ନ ଶୁଣିଲା ଭଳିଆ ହୁଅନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉନା ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଜାଣିକି ନ ଶୁଣିଲା ଭଳିଆ ହଉଛି. It is called dumb silence. He is maintaining dumb silence. I don't want to talk with that guy. Suppose ଆପଣ ମତେ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ପଚାରୁଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ତା ଆନ୍ସର ନ ଦେଇକି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍, ତ ଆପଣ ମତେ କେମିତି କହିବେ, ସାର୍ why did you maintain dumb silence there? You could have been answer me. If you don't know the answer, you could have been tell me. But you maintain dumb silence. This is not good. Okay, this is called dumb silence. Silence to teach somebody. You are trying to frustrate somebody. You are trying to teach somebody. You are trying to demean somebody. Okay, you don't want to answer that fellow purposefully, intentionally. Okay, and there's something called baffled silence. So silence due to confusion. you are aghast, you are completely surprised, you don't know what is happening around you, so you are completely in a dark, what is happening around you, that is called baffled silence. Eric silence, silence out of fear, and deafening silence, silence as you don't know how to reply. For example, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ question ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିବି, ଆପଣ answer ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି ତ ଚୁପ କି ନାହିଁ ରହିବେ, so that is called deafening silence. If I'm going to ask a question, I said, guys, you know the answer. Oh, there is a deafening silence in the class. That means you guys don't know how to answer that. So these are the 5 different silence. You can use it in your day-to-day life to speak just like a native speaker. Right now, it's time to ask me any question. ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଯାହା question ଅଛି ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ. ଆପଣ ସମସ୍ତେ ବୁଝିପାଇଲେ? Everybody? ମାନିନ ma'am, ତ୍ରିଲୋଚନ sir, ରାକେଶ sir, everybody? Rajesh sir, everybody? Archana ma'am?
Sir,
Yeah,
option, sir, 4 number টা.
4 number, Eric silence. WERIE silence. Eric silence means silence out of fear. ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭୟ କରି ଯାଆନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ you are a teacher. So you are a teacher, you are trying to beat somebody, you are teaching mathematics. Whenever people see you or when the students see you, they are completely afraid, and you were giving them some task and they did not complete that. ମାନେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ଖାତା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖିବେ 1 by 1, ସେ ପିଲା ଡରି ଯାଇଥିବ, ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଡାକିବେ, ସେ କଣ କରିବ, ସେ ପଚାରିଥିବ କଣ ପାଇଁ ଆନ୍ସର ଦେଲୁନି, ସେ ଏତେ ଡରି ଯାଇଥିବ ଯେ out of fear se କହିପାରିବନି. So that is a silence also, that is called Eric silence. Now this is clear, sir?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Others?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, others? Now it's clear to
Yes, sir.
everybody. Archana ma'am, I am unable to get any response from you. Manini ma'am, everybody please, Rakesh sir, Rajesh sir, everybody. ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ. Clear? ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଲେ these are the 5 different, ଆମ ଆଗରୁ କଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଏଗୁଡାକ ଆମେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁନୁ. ଆପଣ ସବୁ ସମୟରେ be quiet, silent please, ମନ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଲଗଉଛନ୍ତି ନା, ସେଇଟା ନୁହଁ. ଆମେ ବି most of the time କହୁଛେ stop your mouth. stop your mouth ମାନେ କଣ, stop ମାନେ କଣ, ବନ୍ଦ କରିବା, mouth ପାଟି ବନ୍ଦ କର, ମାନେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ଓଡିଆକୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ. ବିଲିଭ କରନ୍ତୁ ତାର ମିନିଂ କିଛି ନାହିଁ. that is called watch your mouth, not stop your mouth, watch your mouth. ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ? ଯଦି ମନେକର ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ କିଛି ସ୍ଲାଙ୍ଗ ୟୁଜ କରୁଛି, କିଛି ଅଶାଳୀନ ଭାଷା ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛି, ଯୋଉଟା କି ପସନ୍ଦ ଆସିଲେନି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ, ଆପଣ କଣ କହିବେ, ଚୁପ ରୁହ, କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଏମିତି. Obviously you got irritated, you got angry in that situation, you are trying to stop that guy, so how can you say watch your mouth? କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ stop your mouth. ତ ଆମ ହିସାବରେ ଆମେ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିଲେ ହବନି, that is something called English. ତ ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଫଲୋ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିବ, and we have to speak just like a native speaker. ଏମିତି native speaker ମାନେ ୟୁଜ କରନ୍ତି. ସପୋଜ ମୁଁ ଆପଣ ଲାଇକ୍ नो, ଆପଣ ଭାବନ୍ତୁ କେପି ସାର୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ମୋ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡ, ତ କେପି ସାର୍ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ଜାଣିକି ଆନ୍ସର ଦଉନି, ତ ସାର୍ ରାଗିଯିବେ, ହେ why you are maintaining this dumb silence, why you are maintaining dumb silence. ତାମାନେ ସେ ମତେ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ତମେ ଜାଣି ଶୁଣି କଣ ପାଇଁ ମତେ ଆନ୍ସର ଦଉନି. ଜାଣି ଶୁଣି ଆନ୍ସର ନ ଦବା, ଆପଣ ପୁଣି ଇଂଲିଶ କରିବେ, ଜାଣିବା ମାନେ କଣ, knowingly, ନ ଜାଣିବା ମାନେ unknowingly, ତ knowingly and unknowingly no. ଇଂଲିଶ କଲେ ତ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଇଂଲିଶ ୱାର୍ଡ କହିପାରିବେ, no. For each and every situation you have a particular word. Hey, why this dumb silence, sir? Don't want to speak to me or not? ଆପଣ ମନେକର ମୁଁ ରାଗିଗଲି, ଲାଇକ୍ ରାଜେଶ ସାର୍ଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ରାଗିଗଲି ମୁଁ, ତ ରାଜେଶ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ପଚାରିଲେ ସେ କିଛି ଆନ୍ସର ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି, ଲାଇକ୍ नो he is my friend but he is not talking to me, ତ ସେ ନ ଶୁଣିଲା ପରି ହଉଛନ୍ତି, ଶୁଣୁଛନ୍ତି but ନ ଶୁଣିଲା ପରି ହଉଛନ୍ତି. Then how can say, Rajesh sir, what is this, sir? Why this dumb silence? If you choose not to speak to me, tell me frankly, I'll not talk to you. But maintaining this kind of dumb silence is not the right way to maintain a friendship. Over. ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟାକୁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଇଂଲିଶରେ କହିଦେଲି, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଯୋଉ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ କରିଥାନ୍ତି, ତ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ଦ ରାଇଟ ୱେ ଟୁ ସ୍ପିକ୍ ଇଂଲିଶ. ମୁଁ ବାରମ୍ବାର ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି, ଆପଣ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ସିଚୁଏସନ ର ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ୱାର୍ଡ ମୁଁ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କେତେ ୱାର୍ଡ ଦଉଛି, ମୁଁ ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ କରନ୍ତୁ. You are trying to do a lot of practice, and this is called learning vocabulary. And if there is a single, things that is trying to drag you, is trying to, put in the back seat, that is your vocabulary. ଆପଣ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆଉ କିଛି କାରଣ ଯୋଗୁଁ, ନୋ, nothing. Because you don't know a lot of vocabulary. ମୁଁ ଯଦି ମୁଁ କହିଥାନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ଜାଣି ଶୁଣି କାଲି କିଛି କହିଲେନି, ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ରାଗିଥିଲି କହିଲି, ଆପଣ କଣ କହିଥାନ୍ତି, ତାକୁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ କରିଥାନ୍ତି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି, I had to bite my tongue. ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ କିଛି କହୁଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲେ, ବଟ୍ ଆପଣ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଦେଖିକି ରହିଗଲେ. ଏମିତି କଣ ଆପଣ ଲାଇଫରେ ଆସୁନି? ବହୁତ ସମୟ ଆସୁଛି. ଆପଣ ବସ୍ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ, ଘରେ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ, ଯୋଉମାନେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ମାନେ जदि आपण घरे किसी शाशु घरे किसी प्रॉब्लम हो जाउ समस्त कहया कथा ना जस्ट गोटे जोक कहूँ आपको गोटे सिचुएशन को वर्णना करने तो आपण क्या गोटे उत्तर देवाई चाहूले मत आप चुप रही जाती ना आप भावती आप शिक्षित लोक छाड़ एमती छाड़ कही आप रही जाती तो आप केमती कहे yesterday they tried to defame me but I had to bite my tongue तमाने मु चाहूली किसी कहवाई बट मु कहली दैट इज आई हैड टू बाइट माय टंग ओके तो मु कहबी अपन चुप रुहन तो हाउ कैन आई से होल्ड योर माउथ होल्ड योर टंग सॉरी होल्ड योर टंग अपन चुप रुहन होल्ड योर टंग अपन का भाषा को संयत करंतु व्हाट योर माउथ देखंतु प्रत्येक वर्ड अपन जे कोन गोटे मते क्वेश्चन पचारिबे जे सर तार कोन इक्विवेलेंट हबो तार गोटे पर्टिकुलर एक्सप्रेशन अछि एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड दिस एक्सप्रेशन आर वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड टू स्पीक इंग्लिश नेचुरल इंग्लिश कहया पे एक्सप्रेशन दरकार अपन मन इच्छा इंग्लिश कहले हबो कि हबनी सेटा देखंतु दैट इज कॉल्ड नॉट प्रोफेशनल इंग्लिश अपन कहे प्लीज साइलेंट साइलेंस प्लीज ए गाइस साइलेंस प्लीज एटा को इंग्लिश हैला आपन को लागु जे इंग्लिश बोली कहीं ना हमें ओडिया पिला ना आमे भाबु जे हां साइलेंस प्लीज एटा हेडमास्टर कहउथिले से सार कहउथिले मु कहबी तो मोठो जने आउ सिखी कहबो तो दैट इज यू नो string of very unfortunate incident happens we are trying to copy but the wrong things are going but wrong things को हमें copy करो okay so these are the four different expression and five different vocabs you can use it whenever you are trying to speak English naturally in a classroom in a environment of basically professional environment anywhere in the world okay now this is clear to everybody clear here na किसी problem ask me have any further question you can ask clear before I can wrap up the session do you have any further question you can ask me right away okay sir Manin ma'am Tilochan sir Rakesh sir Archana ma'am Rajesh Panda sir Kamal sir Shubham sir everybody please
Yes, sir, clear.
it's clear so what is the problem आपण कोन एथर फील करले जे कोटा प्रॉब्लम होउछ because of that you are not able to speak English because of vocabulary yes or no
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
that's vocabulary देखंतु आपण जेते जेते आगो को जिवे मो कथाटा टिके मन रखितांतु आपण अनेक गुडे vocabs जानि जानतु आपण इंग्लिश नेचुरली कहबे आपण देखंतु आज आपण जणो कहउतिले परंतु आपण रागी कहउतिले ना मो बहुत रागी जाइतिले मु कोन करबी मु जानि सुनि चुप रहिली तो आपण एटा केमति कहितांते इंग्लिश रे केमति कहितांते नो I had to speak a lot of things, but I had to remain silent. So it आपको natural लगेला. अपन निजे कहंतु. And the same things you can say, oh my God, you know, the situation is such that I wanted to speak a lot, but I had to bite my tongue. तो कितने natural English है. तो अपन natural English सीखिबे. This is called professional English. Forget about natural English. अपन natural टा हुए तो ठीक unnatural feel होची अपन को. मु कहि जे professional English. This is called professional English. अपन गोटे इंटरव्यू रे बसंतु अपन कोठी की जानतु you are trying to speak this then you are trying to you know step off your personality 100% people are going to respect you how what that English speaking কিন্তু आपण जे ट्रांसलेशन करिवे ट्रांसलेशन तो सब जाउ मु कहितले ऑलरेडी आपण तो ट्रांसलेशन इज नॉट द राइट वे टू स्पीक इंग्लिश नाउ इट्स क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी क्लियर एनी फर्दर क्वेश्चन क्लियर अर्चना मैम कैन यू अनम्यूट एंड स्पीक आपण बुझी पाले ना किछ प्रॉब्लम अछि अर्चना मैम you have been muted अपन unmute करी कोंतो if you want to speak something Rajesh Panda sir everybody yeah ma'am कोंतो clear बुझियला सब okay so thank you all if I have no further questions I'm going to wrap up the session tomorrow also I'm coming with a very interesting topic please keep joining and also enjoy the process खाली मु गोटी आपन कहबी the best way learn spoken is to enjoy the process अपन पूरा enjoy करन मु भाबु कि बोरिंग आपन को लागुनी जदि बोरिंग जोठी आपन को लागबो मते कहबी मु बंद कर देबी I'll crack some jokes with you again जो दिन आपन फील करे बोरिंग लागुची we are not here to because this is a learning language is always entertainment यदि आपन ताको बोरिंग वे रे पढिबे this is not something called business English you are trying to learn and you are trying to get marks you are trying to improve your personality आपन गोटे कार सिखुछन आपन मजा लागुची बोली कार ता सिखुछन बोरिंग लागुतला आपन कार भीतर को जाइछन you are trying to learn a new bike anything like that you are trying to learn because you enjoy the process so I request everybody my brother and sister please enjoy the process आपण पर enjoy करन process एमते एमते वर्ड अछि एमते एमते सिचुएशन में यूज करि परिबी तो सेटा को मन रे आनी कि आपण भाबंतु आपण जे भाबिबे से जो ओल्ड वे रे लाइक गो माने जिबा वेंट माने गला गो वेंट गॉन सेमते पढंतुनी दैट वाज अ वेरी ओल्ड प्रोसेस तो ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ନୂଆ ପ୍ରୋସେସରେ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଦଉଛି ଏଇ ସିଚୁଏସନ ରେ ଆପଣ ଏଇଟା ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବେ ଏଇ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଆପଣ ସେଇଟା ବ୍ୟବହାର and that is something called learning English professionally. Okay, so thank you all for attending the class. Tomorrow we are going to join with a very fantastic lesson. Thank you and good night. See you guys.